Hey, welcome back to Bridal Sewing Techniques, and today we're going to interrupt our regular advanced sewing technique format for a lesson that is an easy sew tutorial so we can help out everyone, not just those who are in our industry. So today we're going to talk about how to replace a waterproof zipper. I know all you hunters out there or you avid nature lovers are ready to get outdoors and your zipper is broken. So I'm going to show you a very, very simple way to replace a waterproof zipper. Let's go. Are you someone who has experience with a mix of sewing but is looking to get into the bridal sewing niche? This channel is for you. Hit subscribe to become a part of the community. Hunting season is upon us, and my son's jacket has a broken zipper. So I purchased a water-resistant zipper. I know in the title I put waterproof, but this is not actually for something that would be submerged in the water. This is a water-resistant zipper. I just put waterproof because that's what people search, and how will this video help people if they can't find it, right? So anyways, you can see what happened to his old zipper. Now, the correct way, the more advanced way, would be to cut out the line of stitches that is holding the old zipper in place, and to replace it just as it was originally sewn in. But like I said, this is an easy sew tutorial. I want to save you a lot of time and a lot of headache. So we're not going to do it perfect. We're just going to get it done. Okay. So basically I'm going to cut away the old broken zipper. I'm only cutting away the coils, and when I get to this tough spot here, I just switched over to a razor and sliced that top part off. Obviously, I'm doing this in double speed for you to save time, but you just remove the zipper coil on the other side as well. To prevent fraying of the old edge of the zipper, I'm just going to run a lighter across it really quickly. You do want to move fast, obviously. You do not want to catch the coat on fire. And I'm sure there's all sorts of chemicals and everything in the coat. So you're just going to kind of glide it along that zipper super fast, and you'll see the little fuzzy edges curling up. So as soon as you see them curl, you just keep on moving very, very fast. If you want to be extra crazy safe with this, do this outside with a mask and a fire hydrant and, you do you, okay? Do this as safe as you can. But I haven't had any problems with this, so I'm just moving right along here, heat sealing so that it does not fray. This is a jacket zipper, or what we call a separating zipper, and this is the one where you can take the bottom post out of the zipper slide so that you can separate the jacket into two pieces. So we're actually going to get to sew this zipper in two pieces as well. Now, instead of nesting this in between two layers of fabric all the way down, which would take the extra time and extra skill level, we're just going to slap this thing on the outer layer of this jacket. So I turned down that top tab, and I have started with a little back stitch here at the top, and we're gonna sew our way on down the front of the zipper. Now, because of the water-resistant coating that the zipper has, it does have a little bit of a grip to it. So if you're having a hard time getting this to not grip, I've got some tips coming up for you about that. In the meantime, let's first talk about what I'm doing with my hands here. I'm not just pushing the fabric and the zipper through, but I'm tracking with my right hand. I'm pressing down to make sure that the zipper is not walking a different speed, going through a different speed than what the jacket is, which would make the zipper be kind of bumpy or roll. So you can see I'm kind of tugging on the end off screen. I'm pulling that zipper out flat on the jacket. making sure there's not going to be any waviness at all. And then I'm going to push it through, and you can see how my index finger is really making that zipper go through at the exact same rate that the pulling on the jacket is. It may look a little funny while you do it, but in the end it's going to be right. Now with this jacket, I chose, I'm thinking off the top of my head here, I think it was about a 16-inch zipper. I chose a 16-inch zipper, and that's just a shade long for this jacket. But again, we don't care. This is just a temporary thing to get them through hunting season. It's not for a model photo shoot or anything. So there's just a little bit of a tail left over at the end of the jacket. For another day, we could do a more advanced zipper tutorial where you can actually shorten the zipper and change where the stop is and make it the exact length you need. But this is good enough, right? All right, so I'm going to pick apart with a razor. This is a little placket piece that's behind the top right of the zipper that just keeps the zipper from irritating and rubbing on the hunter or outdoorsman's chinny chin chin, or outdoors woman's chinny chin chin. Here we go, picking it apart with a razor, easiest way. I'm going to tack it to the top now of the jacket. Then I'm going to hop down to the bottom of the jacket and start sewing down there, and the top will be held in place. I'm going to make sure the ends of the zipper align. So I'm going to start where the zipper is overhanging the same exact amount as it is on the other side. So right now I'm showing you option 2 for avoiding the grippiness, which is my favorite. You can see I'm just kind of floating along the fabric. That's because I've dropped my feed dogs. That's something, if you're not familiar with it with your machine, you definitely want to Google that, look that up, and learn how to do that with your machine. It is a game changer. And yes, you can still use that on an easy level of sewing. Now you can tell this is a free motion stitch, which means you can kind of wobble around a little bit, sew quite freely. So you're going to want to go back and do a nice straight even stitch with your feed dogs engaged after you do this. That way you don't have too crooked of a line there trying to hold the zipper in place. All right, so now we need to put that little chinny chin chin guard back in place. We're gonna roll it right over the top there and sew that down. If you feel like skipping this step because it's too difficult or too time consuming, it's okay. Just have the person who's gonna wear this jacket wear a turtleneck. All right, so on both sides, both zipper sides, we're going to go ahead and sew a complete straight stitch down the side like I mentioned earlier. That way you've got 2 rows of stitches holding it in place. You're definitely going to want to test out your zipper all throughout this project so you don't have any unfortunate surprises. Now, the last very important detail so that you can have this jacket be as water resistant as possible, you need to wax the threads. So this is a piece of threading wax that I have, but you can also use black crayon, for instance. You could use beeswax, but basically you're going to rub this along wherever you stitch to fill in the pinholes, the puncture holes from the needle, and that's going to kind of help seal things up. If you want to warm it up a little bit, you could hit it with a hair dryer. Well, you know, the warm air from the hair dryer, and melt that wax in there and then go over with a top coat of the wax. I regret that I cannot show you my application of the wax on the jacket. My son was in a hurry. He grabbed the jacket, out the door he went for bow practice. So I think you can figure that part out. If you have any questions, please leave them down in the comments section below. I always try to be very active in the comments section. If you're new to my channel, please hit subscribe, hit like. It only takes a second and it means the world to me. Hit the bell. You'll be notified every time I upload. I upload a new tutorial about once a month at this point. Hopefully someday I'll be able to do it more often. Also, if you're new here, here comes my channel trailer so you can see what this channel is all about. Welcome to the community. I know what you're looking for. You've been sewing for years, but you want to get into full-time bridal sewing. But there's something missing. You're missing the backroom secrets, the industry tips and tricks. The tools, the sources, the techniques that give you the speed and the accuracy that the industry demands. You have found it.